Chase, I'm sorry for asking this while we're in the middle of this family vacation, but this morning, can I go somewhere else for the day?
What? Where are you looking to go, Heidi? Aren't you already out taking a walk by yourself?
Yes, I am. I just walked all the way down to the train station out here, and here I ran into one of my old friends by coincidence.
Oh, I suppose things like that do sometimes happen.
They're staying at a resort nearby to here as well. And they just asked me to go on a day trip with them today to some of the local hot springs that are around this area. So if you're all right with it, I'd like to go with my friend today so that we can catch up with one another while enjoying this part of the country. It's been 10 years now since we've last met, so it would be nice to talk more.
I see. I'm sure you guys won't be seeing one another again for some time after this, so please go with them.
Awesome. Then I'm going to head out with them now. I'm sorry for asking about this out of nowhere, so please take good care of Kiki for today.
Sure thing. Have a fun time with your friend. Heidi? I already told you this morning, but after I get out of work today, I'm going to head over to my sister's house to drop off the gifts we got for them during our little trip, so I'm not going to be home until later tonight. I'll be staying over there with them until after we've had dinner, and then I'll start heading home. Hey, can't you at least respond to me with something today? How long are you going to keep ignoring all of my texts? It's been a week now, Heidi. Ever since we got back from our family vacation, you've been completely ignoring me. I can see that you're still giving Kiki some attention, but when it comes to me, you act like I'm not even around you. I was asked by Kiki this morning while taking her to preschool what happened to you, and If you continue to act this way around me, as Kiki's parents, she's going to grow more and more worried about us, and that's not a good thing for a young child to have to experience. If there's something I've done wrong that's gonna upset you, you need to tell me. If you don't, I'm never going to understand what I've done wrong or what's happened to you. So would you please give me an idea about what's going on here? Why have you been ignoring me for a whole week now? I can see that you're leaving all my texts on read right now, which means you know how I feel about you ignoring me.
Chase, thank you so much for bringing over those gifts for us from your recent family vacation. You really know just what to get everyone. This thing that you got me, this figure, it goes really well with all the rest of my decorations in our lounge room. And of course, we have all been enjoying these jerkies that you got for us.
I'm so happy to hear that you're all happy about the gifts we brought home.
By the way, Chase, when you came over here just a little bit ago, you didn't seem to be doing all that great. Did something happen to you after coming back from that trip?
Oh, so you could tell that something was up then?
I sure could. You looked so down about something, which made it seem almost like you hadn't just taken a vacation with your family at all. I thought you would have been a little more refreshed and happy about that little trip.
I see. You are my sister after all, so there was no hiding my feelings from you.
You need to tell me what's going on right now. I'd like to help you get over whatever troubles you're having.
Thank you, Serena. Now, to tell you the truth about what happened, ever since we all got back from that family vacation, Heidi has been acting very weird.
Can you give me a little more information there?
Well, she's been ignoring me completely for the past week.
She has been? Do you know why she is?
If I knew the reason why, then I probably wouldn't be as upset about things as I am. But anyway, the thing I'm most worried about right now is Kiki and the effects Heidi ignoring me might have on her. Also, this past week, Heidi hasn't really been helping out with any of the chores inside the house. She's still taking care of Kiki when she has the chance to, but besides that, she's not really doing anything. Heidi has really been ignoring me and anything that has to do with me all week long besides Kiki.
Kiki is 5 years old now, right? When kids get to that age, they tend to become really aware of their parents' actions and start to take after them.
If I've done something wrong, I'd really like to know about it so that I can apologize. But I have no clue what I've done, if I've done anything at all. So if Heidi is waiting on me to apologize to her for something, it's never going to happen.
Well, that's a very good point. So there isn't anything you can remember from the trip or right after coming home from that trip that might have upset her? I think if she started to ignore you right after that trip, then that means something had to have happened during or right after all of that.
Huh.
For example, was there a time where Heidi was just trying to find alone time and just kind of walked away from you and Kiki for a bit?
What?
Did something like that happen? Her going off by herself for a bit without the rest of you?
That did happen, yes, but she made sure to tell me she was going off by herself first. However, she wasn't alone then because she told me that she ran into one of her old friends who she hadn't seen for 10 years and wanted to know if it was okay to spend the day with them. So I said okay to that.
An old friend of hers. Were they a man or a woman?
What?
She didn't spend the whole day with a man, right?
Actually, I never asked her who they were, and she never said him or her when speaking about them with me. I guess I just assumed they were a woman at the time, but... There's no way, right?
Well, I was just asking if they were a man or a woman, so we're not sure yet who they really were. I'd really like to know now, though, after what you've told me.
But dang it, a man.
What? Do you remember something about her being with a man that day?
No, I'm not sure if this has anything to do with that friend she was hanging out with that day.
Tell me what you're thinking.
This is something that happened before her and I even started to date, but back then she had been really good friends with this other guy from her class, and they were always hanging out with one another. At one point, that man approached her about starting a relationship, but it never got anywhere because soon after that, he had to move away due to his parents' jobs. That happened around 10 years ago. So I was just thinking that perhaps he was the friend that she ran into? But that might not be the case at all. That just popped into my head as you were talking about what might have happened.
Oh? Both you and Heidi went to the same middle and high school together, right? So I can totally understand why you know so much about the other friends she had been with then and about how she had that small relationship with the other guy before dating you.
Well, back then, her and I weren't really that close to one another, and we only started to really talk to one another after graduating from high school. We met at a small reunion, and that's where things really kicked off. She was sitting next to me during dinner at the reunion, and her phone was dying, but she had forgot her portable charger. So she asked to borrow mine, and that's when we got to talking.
Did she choose to sit next to you then, or was the seating assigned by reservation?
We were at a buffet, so we chose to sit wherever we wanted. Originally, I think one of her friends was sitting at the same table as me, and that's why she came over and joined us to eat.
Oh, I see. What about those friends of yours? Where are they now?
I have no idea now. I don't think Heidi was that close to them either, so the only times we've ever really seen them was at one or two other class reunions.
Well, we can leave that all for now. First, we just need to find out what the reason is for Heidi ignoring you. If you'd like, you can leave Heidi with me, and I can try to find out what's been going on with her ever since you all got back from vacation.
Wait, is that really okay with you?
I'm not the most free person in the world right now, but I think I can take some time to look into her for you.
But...
I understand that you don't want to do this to your own wife because you don't want to think she's done anything wrong. But remember that the longer you and Heidi are at odds, the worse the outcome could be for Kiki in the future.
Well, that's true.
Then please let me help you here.
All right, thank you so much for helping me, Serena.
Heidi, hello! What? Hi, Serena. Good evening, actually. It's been a long time since you and I last talked. Now that you mention it, it has been close to 2 years now since the last time we chatted. That's right. You ended up getting remarried and then you moved out of town, and since then we've never really had a chance to meet. Anyway, what did you want to talk about? Right, this isn't anything important though. I just saw you going into a hotel today with another man around lunchtime or so. What? Could that have been your boyfriend or something? Oh, I haven't spoken to my little brother about anything yet, so don't be too worried. What? I see. Serena? I see. Now that I think about it, I guess things are all right. What are you going on about right now? Actually, well, on that family vacation recently, I ran into a man I'm destined for. The man you're destined for? The man who I had always had a crush on back in school. He and I ran into one another while I was on vacation with your brother and Kiki. Back in the day, he and I were very close to one another. But just before we could get anywhere, he had to leave town due to his dad's job or something like that. In the end, I was never able to see him again, and things turned out the way they had been for the last 10 years. So, you ran into him again? That's right. And all of this happened because I decided to go on a walk by myself that morning. I just had this feeling like I needed to go somewhere by myself, and meeting with my old crush again was what that feeling was all about. He was out there as well because his family had been staying at a resort there, and so when we ran into one another, we started walking around together and catching up. Isn't that just amazing to you? This really shows that he and I are meant for one another, destined for one another. And while he and I were catching up, he confessed to me that ever since he had to leave with his parents and move away, he had never stopped thinking about me. When those words of love came out of his mouth, I fell right into his arms, and we got a hotel nearby where we spent time together for 4 hours. In that room, we let 10 years of love we had for one another out, and that's where we realized we could not be separated from one another again. Then, after making love to one another, we talked more and more, and I found out that he is now living close to my house, and this is about a 20-minute drive away. So ever since we got back from our vacations, we have been seeing one another a lot. We are both the happiest couple ever. Is that right? Now you can probably see how things have become a bit tough for me recently. My love for my soulmate is never going to die out, and because of that, I need to be with him no matter what anyone else tells me. I want to have a talk with Chase about it, but I haven't really been able to get myself to approach him, so I'm a bit stressed out. Is that right? But why are you able to talk to me about all of that? You were able to find yourself the man of your dreams, right? So you should be able to understand how I feel now after finding the man I've been destined for. The man you're destined for? The reason you had to get a divorce from your ex-husband was due to cheating, right? Yes, that's right. Then when you found your true love, the man you're destined for, you chose to get married to him. But that happened after I found out that my ex had been cheating on me, and I was able to milk him dry of all his money through settlements and child support. What? My current husband, the man you're saying I was destined for? He and I met at the bar that I've been working at for years now after I got divorced. Huh? So you didn't get divorced because you were the one who cheated? Why did you think I was the one who cheated? I heard before that you had always been coming home very late when you were still married to your ex. And you would always try to hide what you'd been doing from everyone, like when you'd go out to eat and such. Oh, so you just assumed I was cheating on him because of that? Just because I was coming home late from work and not talking a whole lot about what I was doing, you thought I was the one who had been cheating? That's a little narrow-minded of you, Heidi. Please do not compare me to other unfaithful people just because I had a different schedule compared to most people. Then why were you always out of the house so late at night? I heard that you were even coming home so late that it was around 5 in the morning before you got home. The kind of work I was doing was a bit different from the normal 9 to 5 most people get to enjoy, which is why my schedule was always very erratic and I was coming home so late in the night. You weren't working a normal 9 to 5 job? Correct. I was working as a detective for the police. You worked as a detective? But I left that job when I became pregnant and then had my daughter. But during the time I had been pregnant, my husband was cheating on me, and that's what led to our divorce. And I'll have you know, I was the one who found out that he had been cheating on me and collected all the evidence to take him to court with. What? Not only was I pregnant at the time, but I was an ex-detective, yet my ex still had the balls to try and cheat on me. He deserved what he got in the end. Then that would mean... No way. Just like you're thinking, I've gone and gathered all the evidence I needed of you cheating on my brother. You're joking. And the reason for me texting you today like this? I wanted to talk to you about what's going to happen next now that I have concrete evidence of you cheating. And since you've been completely ignoring Chase this whole time, I was the only person he could rely on to get this show on the road. First, I was just going to try and read you a little bit before telling you about how I know you've been cheating, but instead, you actually assumed that I was the one who had cheated on my ex, and that's what made you think you could just open up to me about cheating on my brother, and then say everything was okay because I should have been able to understand your reasoning for why you did it. Well, thanks to that, I now have you confessing to everything you've done. I really appreciate your carelessness today, Heidi. What the hell?
Heidi? This time you have to be ready to talk with me, right? It has been a month now of you never talking to me and leaving all the chores untouched in the house. Luckily, I had my sister's help through all of this, and with her guidance, I was able to deal with you, always ignoring me and leaving me in charge of everything at home. But now Kiki is crying because she can no longer take having her parents acting this way. We are leaving forever. Goodbye.
What? What do you mean you're leaving forever? Goodbye? Are you taking Kiki too?
This place was being rented by me, so in the near future I will be ending the agreement I made, and you will have to leave this house as well. So I'd get started on packing up your things so that you aren't hit with a fine by the landlord.
Hold on a second. I will confess to having been cheating on you, and I will allow us to get a divorce, but you can't take Kiki away from me. I was planning on getting full custody of her in the divorce and then having you pay child support to me for her next 13 years. Listen to me, Chase. At least give me some kind of a response. Who the hell do you think you are ignoring me?
Right after that, I started to work on the divorce between Heidi and I, and that began with me getting in touch with a lawyer. The man who Heidi had been cheating on me with was also married, which meant that we had to contact his wife about what had been happening as well. And that led to them having a very rough divorce. At least for myself, I was able to get full custody of Kiki, child support from Heidi for the next 13 years, more than half of the properties her and I shared, and a large settlement. Overall, this divorce was a major success for me, and eventually it became a success for that other man's wife as well. When the divorce did happen and Heidi was asked to pay up, she cried that she had never worked a job in her life before, since she was always a housewife to me. And so in order to help her out one last time, my older sister offered her a job working for her husband's company, which is a mining company. It turns out that the man Heidi had been cheating on me with was already working at that company, and so the both of them would now be forced to work together in some of the deepest parts of that mine. They were both picked up by a really old and battered bus that operated with the mine and taken away to the middle of nowhere to start their long journeys of being corrected by very tough and grueling physical labor. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Gloria! Listen. Good evening, Naomi. The workday is over now, so could this be something we talk about tomorrow? Are you really turning 42 years old this year and getting married as well? What? Oh no, you didn't. You found out about things way too soon. Who did you end up hearing that from? Sometimes I'm able to hear the department manager and the section manager talking to one another while they're trying to be quiet. So those are the two I heard this from. I see. They were told about this before by me, so they must have been chatting with one another about it. I was planning on letting everyone know in the department that I will be getting married as time went by, because I didn't really want everyone making such a big deal of it. I ask that you please keep this a secret from everyone for right now. Who are you getting married to? Someone from inside the company? Someone that is not related to this company in any way, actually. He really has nothing to do with this company in any shape or form, so I don't think you'll ever be able to meet him. Is that so? Understood. I guess I'll be going then. All right. I will see you tomorrow then. Hey now! I just saw the man you're going to be getting married to, Gloria. What? Hello again, Naomi. So, you just saw me with my fiancé or something? When? Just a second ago, I saw him. Are you sure? You guys are having an early evening date right now, correct? Wow. He is so handsome, isn't he? I am so jealous of you, Gloria. Who exactly are you talking about, Naomi? I have been in the office all day today, and haven't even gotten home yet. There you go again. I know. You probably feel a little bit worried about telling me the truth, because you're in your 40s, and if your fiancé were to see a 19-year-old cutie like me, he'd fall for me instantly, right? You're scared of that happening, so you won't tell me anything about him, huh? What? What are you going on about right now? I'm sorry for being so young and cute right now. Anywho, I haven't met with my fiancé at all today, because like I was saying, I'm still in the office right now. I'm not sure who you saw today that you think is my partner, but I've not been outside the office all day, and I have not been anywhere near him. I still have a bit of work to get to today, so I'll have to put my phone down now. I knew it! I knew it! Gloria, I saw you out on a date with that man today. What? I just walked by the both of you out in front of Frederick Station a second ago. You were both holding hands with one another, and as I was walking by, your fiancé looked at me and then looked away. Good evening, Naomi. I'll have you know right now that I've been seeing your fiancé a whole lot out here by Frederick Station. Sometimes with you and sometimes without you. He really is a piece of eye candy, isn't he? I'm so jealous of you, Gloria. Does he work over near the station right now? Or could that be where he's living at the moment? Are you sure you're not mistaking my fiancé with someone else? What? I haven't been outside my house all day today, and I don't have any plans to see my fiancé today either. And I haven't even been near Frederick Station for a couple of months now. Also, my husband works on the other side of town, far away from that station, so I don't think he'd be over there at the time that you're saying. If you'd like me to try to clear things up for you, would you like to see a picture of my fiancé? Then you'll understand who my partner really is and won't have to keep getting things confused. I know what you're trying to do here, Gloria. You're not going to send me a picture of some random man saying he's your fiancé, right? You think I'd rather make things more confusing than they already are for you. And that right there proves that you're going to show me a fake picture. Then how can I get you to trust me? If you really want to hide such a handsome man from me, you're going to have to stop going out with him around here. Now that I think about it, your guys' wedding is next week, isn't it? I'm really looking forward to it. Well, I suppose it is. I have completely taken a hold of your fiancé. It was way too easy stealing a handsome man like him from an old hag like you, Gloria. I am so sorry, Gloria. But here's the thing. I realized after I saw you and who I thought was your fiancé at Frederick Station that you went and were with a different man who turns out to be your real fiancé. That's why you knew I was wrong about whatever man I had been seeing before. Anyway, when I saw you with your real fiancé, his eyes and mine met, and that's when I knew he was the one for me. And so I started waiting for the right opportunity to take him, and that opportunity just so happened to be today, on the day of your wedding at the chapel. Your fiancé really is the right man for me, and much more my type than that other guy I mistook him for. I just knew I had to steal him from you, because there would be no other chances after today's wedding. And so I found him, and took him with me to a hotel nearby. Oh, I am so happy, but also so sorry for what I've done. He's calling for me right now.
Huh? What is all of this?
Well, hello, Gloria. You're only now going to start replying back to me? Well, he and I just went to the courthouse and handed in our marriage forms.
Naomi, are you sure that man you're with was really supposed to be the groom at my wedding today?
I am 100% positive. And by the way, he's my husband now.
Is that so? Well, at least I understand things a little bit better now.
I am over the moon right now. Because of the man I made into my husband. But as for you, Gloria, you are already 42 years old now. I think it's best if you just give up on getting married now and find something else to do with your life. This man wanted to marry a 19-year-old cutie like me over some old and wrinkled up 42-year-old hag. He's even told me that himself. And that's why we just got married today.
I see. You went and did it to yourself. Things are going to become very rough for you soon. So, good luck.
I should be saying that to you right now. What the heck is going on here? My husband and I were just going at it in our hotel room and having the time of our life when the door swung open and some chick I've never even seen before barged in. Then she started going off about how the man who was on top of me was supposed to be her groom today. Weren't you supposed to be the bride at today's wedding? Why is she talking to me like that when this man wasn't even hers to begin with?
So she was able to find out where you both were and made her way into your room?
Huh? Tell me what the heck is going on right now. Aren't you supposed to be the one who's getting married today?
Nope. My fiancé, the groom at my wedding today, is named Rodney, and he is with me right now. He has not left my sight all morning, and even last night we both fell asleep together, so I know that he didn't go out overnight with anyone.
What? Rodney? Who the heck is Rodney?
Like I was saying, Rodney is my fiancé.
Huh?
Are you trying to say that the man you went and stole is not named Rodney at all?
He's not Rodney. His name isn't even close to Rodney. Why did this happen? How? I really have no idea what's going on anymore, Gloria.
Oh, so you're able to text with me again.
Right now, both of my parents have me under their watch, but they are at least letting me use my phone for a little bit. I'm not even joking when I say I have no clue what has been going on here today. 1 second, I was at the hotel with a man I thought was my husband making love, and the next I'm being watched by my parents waiting for that woman to give us an answer to what'll happen next.
Well, due to all the things you've ended up messing with today, Naomi,
I'm going to have to give you this really long and annoying explanation. What happened with you is you not only mistook who my fiancé was at the time, but then you mistook another man for the man you had been mistaking, and this became the end result for you. What? I guess we can start back when you told me you were seeing my fiancé all around Frederick Station a while ago. Basically, who you were seeing walking around that station so much was my little sister from another mother and her partner. Your little sister? From another mother? And her partner? Back when I was just 2 years old, my parents had a lot going on that ended up in them getting a divorce, and I ended up going with my mother in the end. My father then got married to another woman, and they had 4 girls together, who all turned into my little sisters from another mother. Today I went and met with my dad and everyone at my wedding after such a long time of never seeing one another, and that's when he said I look a lot like his other daughters. What? And well, one of those little sisters of mine just so happens to live near Frederick Station with my dad. And she's the one that looks the most like me. Then who I saw was... That's right. You saw my little sister from another mother and her husband walking together. Huh? Anyway, I made sure to talk with her about all of this as well before today, and that's when I heard from my little sister that her and her husband thought they had a stalker following them a lot of the time. And that stalker just so happened to be you, ever since the first time you laid eyes on her husband. I'm a stalker to them? Now that I've made it clear to you that you've not been seeing my husband and I that whole time, but my sister and her husband, could you please leave them alone and stop stalking them? They have had to worry about why you've been following them around for weeks now, and said if you don't stop, they're going to get the police. So I really do recommend that you stop that. This can't be! And as for that chapel you went to today, looking for my husband, well, that wasn't even my wedding, and I wasn't even there. Huh? I get that today that wedding happened during the same time as my wedding, but besides that, they were held at different locations and had nothing to do with one another. Which means that groom which you took has nothing to do with me. I don't even know who he is, and he should not know who I am. Huh? I suppose that I have been to that wedding chapel once before, but I was only there to tour the place before my husband decided that we wouldn't be doing a traditional wedding inside a church, and would be having ours in a garden. So we were outside all day today, having our wedding, and we were not inside any kind of church. Now that you mention it, when I went into the church to find your husband, I saw the bride at the front, but she had a veil over her face, so I couldn't tell if she was you or not. Our wedding was being held out behind that church, actually, and when I went there to get changed, I heard talk about how someone ran off with the bride's groom. I felt so bad for her at the time, and after a little time went by, I got a message from you saying that you'd stolen my husband and all that. That's when I stood there in disbelief, thinking you might have been the one who'd done it. So I went and spoke with the planner of that wedding and asked her who the bride was so that I could talk with her. And that bride told me that the woman who had stolen her fiancé from her was you. Her fiancé's phone just so happened to have a GPS locating app on it that they could both use to watch where one another was, since they would go hiking a lot. So she could already tell where you were taking her fiancé. After I spoke with her, I went back to my wedding, and that's when we started our after party and danced. She ended up taking her parents and heading up for you guys at the hotel. And the rest you probably know. There you go. That's the best explanation I can give you right now, and the only one I'll be giving you. What? What the heck? By the way, when you saw that man's face, you could tell that he looked nothing like the man you'd seen before, right? You even sent me a message saying that I wasn't lying to you when I said that my fiancé at the time wasn't the man you had been seeing out at Frederick Station. Why did you still go after the groom when you knew something had to be wrong? And if you already had him in your hands by the time you noticed, why didn't you stop then and save yourself and that man all the trouble? Honestly, I don't have any clue what was going on inside your head today, and I'm not sure I'll ever understand. I get what you're saying, but I'm very confused myself now. Maybe at the time you just went for him anyway because he was more your type, and you thought that he would have still been my fiancé. I'm not blaming you for everything, since he was willing to go with you to that hotel right when his wedding was starting. I don't understand. What was the point? Because he told me that he loved me then, and I had no choice but to take him with me and run away. Huh? So listen, I wanted a man for myself, and since he was already in love with me, I couldn't let anyone else have him. And he felt the same way about me since I'm younger than his fiancé was, so he took the lead as we ran. I see. Basically, you both had the same idea of running, and there was no room for either of you to think that what you were doing was completely insane. What? Anywho, things are going to become very difficult for you now. But you can't start asking me for help, because I really don't have a clue how to. Huh? What? Wait, what? Why am I not able to work for this company anymore? And am I being fired now? I just finished my 3 months of training here, and was about to start taking my job very seriously. Why are you whining to me about all of this instead of the people who are going to be firing you? Like the HR department or something. All I know about this is that you made just that big of a commotion that the company has thought twice about hiring a problem maker like you, and no longer wants you within its ranks. There has to be word around the office that while you'd been here, you were causing all kinds of trouble for the good-looking men here by asking them to go out with you or to marry you over and over again. I get that you are young, and right now is the time all of you guys want to date and find someone you really love. But this is a workplace, first of all, so it is very inappropriate for you to be doing anything like that here. And second of all, most of the men here are married or way too old for you anyway. What? I was the one causing trouble. I'm sorry, but could you please stop talking to me? It's really exhausting to have to talk to you all the time like this, and I have more important things in my life to deal with now, like my husband and such. No way! Gloria! I'm just gonna block you for good measure. Goodbye now. Gloria! Let's start with the wedding that Naomi ended up stealing the groom from. It turns out that the groom was more of a player than anything else and wasn't really interested in getting married anyway. So when a younger and good-looking girl like Naomi came up to him saying that she was in love with him, he saw that was his chance to get out of marrying his fiancée and ran away with her. They were both so fond of one another that it really made the statement of love at first sight very real. And due to that, they both got married right away at the courthouse without even thinking of what would happen next. In the end, after they were both found by the fiancé of the groom which Naomi had stolen, both Naomi and her husband were now exiled to everyone they knew. And not only that, but the both of them had to pay settlements of around $100,000, which in the end put the both of them in debt. When they both had been put into that kind of debt, they finally opened their eyes to the reality they had both just put themselves in. Not too long after the settlements had been paid off, and then having to start paying off the debt they had both gotten into, their relationship began to deteriorate. It started with the two of them always yelling and screaming at one another in the apartment they moved into about things like who was to blame for jumping the gun on getting married, and who was to blame on running away from the wedding in the first place. There were plenty of noise complaints from all the neighbors there, and at one point, the landlord even came and told them they'd be evicted if they didn't figure things out. However, that warning from the landlord only seemed to make things worse, as yelling and screaming turned to slapping and punching one another, until one day their physical fight went way overboard and the police had to be called. Naomi's husband ended up hitting her so hard that it knocked out 5 of her teeth, and that caused her to scream one of the most blood-curdling screams that apartment complex had ever heard. They were both placed under arrest for domestic abuse, and both looked like they had been fighting MMA when the police took pictures of them. This led to the both of them being hit with some charges but no jail time. And after all that had been settled, they got a divorce and went their separate ways. Since then, there is not a single person who knows about what happened to the both of them. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought about the story. We look forward to seeing you in the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Lou. There's something I need to talk to you about.
Oh, hey, Jimmy. Nice timing. There was something I was hoping I could talk to you about, too. Listen, the thing is...
No, my thing is way more important than yours. Let me go first.
Oh, sure, I guess I don't mind. What is it?
My girlfriend is pregnant, and I want a divorce.
Huh? What the hell? What are you talking about? Where did this come from all of a sudden? Your girlfriend is... pregnant?
Yeah, you're right. I guess I owe you a proper explanation, right from the start. I met a girl when I came to Seattle on my work transfer. One thing led to another. She became my girlfriend, and now, well, it's just like I said. She's pregnant. She has my baby inside her, Lou.
What the hell? How could you do this to me, Jimmy? I thought you loved me.
Sure, I mean, look, I do like you and all, but it's hardly like me and you have any kids of our own, right? I'm hardly getting any younger, either. Plus, my girlfriend's going to need me around to be the dad my kid deserves. Look, I know it sucks, babe, but sometimes in life you have to make difficult decisions, and this is just one of them. That's why I want a divorce.
Jimmy, do you have any idea how serious this is?
How serious? In what way?
I am your wife, and you betrayed me by cheating on me with some cheap floozy while you were away on Seattle on a work transfer. How did things come to this, Jimmy? I'm struggling even to wrap my head around it. It feels like such a punch in the gut. Do you have any idea how much it hurts to hear the man you thought you were going to spend the rest of your life with tell you something so awful?
I'm sorry, babe, but we're past the stage of having this kind of discussion. It's a done deal, so fighting it is pointless. Just accept it and let's move on, right? My girlfriend. Her name's Lisa. Anyway, Lisa's already getting pretty big. Her belly's like a hot air balloon. Me and you need to get a divorce as soon as possible so I can marry Lisa. I want to make sure that I'm there for my little one in every way I can be. And that includes putting a ring on my girlfriend's finger. That's why I want a divorce.
How many months pregnant is she?
6 months.
I see. So the fact that you kept quiet about this pregnancy the whole time means you intentionally waited as long as you could before demanding a divorce by using the baby as a shield right as it was about to be born.
I don't care what you think of me. If painting me as a scheming mastermind helps you sleep at night, then go ahead. There's nothing I won't do to protect Lisa and my baby. If being thought of as the bad guy is what it takes to do that, then, hey, so be it. The bottom line here is that we're getting a divorce. And that's final. Look, are you going to meet me halfway on this or not? Ideally, it needs to be sooner rather than later. I already sent you a set of divorce papers with my signature on them. They should be arriving any day now. All you got to do is sign them and hand them in at the county clerk's office and we're done.
No.
Huh?
We're not getting a divorce.
What?
No way. We are not getting a divorce.
Why the heck not? Do you have any idea how much of a difficult spot I'll be in if we don't divorce? My baby. If you refuse to agree to a divorce, I'll have no choice but to hire a lawyer. I swear I'll do it, Lou.
No way, don't you know? If this goes to divorce court, you're going to be the one held responsible for cheating on me. If you're held responsible for cheating on me, well, let's just say it won't be pretty. Is this really what you want?
What?
Basically, if I, the one who got cheated on, say I don't want a divorce, you have one of two options. take it to divorce court and end up owing me more compensation than you could make in 2 lifetimes, or respect my wishes.
Holy crap, are you blackmailing me? What the heck is this? Compensation? I had no idea about any of this stuff.
Shall I repeat myself? Okay, no way. We are not getting a divorce.
What the? Quit screwing around, woman. Why are you saying it like that? It's almost like you're enjoying yourself.
You're screwing me around, so I'm screwing you around in return. It makes perfect sense from where I'm standing. You seem to enjoy telling me how it's going to be, so allow me to do the same to you. We are not getting a divorce, and that's final.
God, Lou, why are you doing this?
Oh, that reminds me. You better not think of forging my signature and handing in the divorce papers behind my back. I promise you it would be the biggest mistake of your life. Fraud is a crime. And do you know what happens to criminals? If you want your ass thrown in jail, go ahead.
What the hell? There's a law against that?
Most people just get fines, but in particularly egregious cases, jail time. What would constitute an egregious case, you ask? Oh, I don't know. How about blatantly ignoring the warning not to forge my signature I just sent you? Go ahead, Jimmy. Try your luck if you're feeling brave.
Jail time? What in the heck in Jesus balls is going on here? What's the deal with you?
I'll be keeping hold of the divorce papers you sent me just in case. I suggest you think very carefully about how you proceed next. Do I make myself clear?
Oh my God, what the heck is happening?
Anyway, we're done here. For today. Goodbye.
Look, please don't do this to us. My girlfriend is heavily pregnant. Why'd you want to stay married to me? I cheated on you. Damn it. Look, surely you should be desperate to get as far away from me as you possibly can.
Hey, Mom, do you mind if I come live with you and Dad starting from today? I'll probably be staying with you for a little while. Lou, what's going on? Jimmy cheated on me. He did what? Oh my God. I never had him down as the type. He cheated on me with some bimbo he met on his work transfer to Seattle. Not only that, but they're officially dating. She's pregnant. He's demanding a divorce. Wow, what am I even reading? I can't believe he'd do something so awful. And the timing couldn't be any worse. Have you told him about that thing yet? I was just about to when he dropped the whole affair bombshell on me. As you can imagine, we got sidetracked after that. I immediately told him I wouldn't agree to the divorce. But to be honest, Mom, I don't have any idea what to do. My head's all over the place, and I'm finding it difficult to think straight. He really did a number on me with this one. Do you have any advice? I understand, dear. It's normal to feel this way. You're in shock, and this is a very difficult decision to make. But if you ask me, I think there's a possibility not divorcing right away could work to your advantage. You did the right thing, and I am proud of you. Mom, it's okay, dear. We don't need to talk about this now. First, all you need to do is come home. This is no time for you to be on your own. Listen, come and be with me and your father. I'll make you a nice and delicious pot of rabbit stew, and we can all watch soap operas together. Me and your father are about to come and pick you up from the house. Get your things together, okay? Okay. Listen, Mom, thanks.
Lou, are you there? This is beyond a joke now. Would you quit it already? We need to get a divorce ASAP. My kid's going to be born illegitimate if you don't quit screwing me around. Can you imagine that, being brought into the world out of wedlock? Is that what you want for my baby? Wouldn't you feel bad?
Don't you feel bad about cheating on me? You have a very warped moral compass, Jimmy.
That's different. Quit trying to change the subject. You can say what you want about me, but my unborn kid did nothing wrong.
Huh? Are you really coming at me with this crap? How can you claim to care about what's best for your unborn baby when you're using it as a tool to manipulate me into agreeing to the divorce after you've been cheating on me for the last God knows how long? You filthy, despicable hypocrite! You're right, I do feel bad for the baby. How could I not when you're its dad?
Well, that's,
Whatever, none of this accomplishes anything, and it's not like it's gonna undo what you did to me, so I'm gonna leave it there. I'll only end up getting pissed off again if we carry on.
But Lou, the divorce.
No.
Oh my God, you're really going to go through with this? You're serious, aren't you? My kid's going to be born in less than 2 months.
Lou, you'll never believe what I just found out. It turns out that one of my classmates from high school is a lawyer specializing in divorce now. Apparently, she's happy for you to have a free consultation. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in? Wow, really? She has connections at a prestigious private investigators firm in the city, too. Would you like her to put in a word with them? You're right. There's no use putting this off any longer. It's now or never. If you think she's reliable, then go ahead. Let's do this.
My son was born. I mean, I'm happy he was born and all, and he's healthy and stuff, but like seriously, it was kind of emotional. But thanks to you, my kid's illegitimate, you selfish idiot. I'll never forgive you for this. I swear I'll divorce you if it's the last thing I do. Never forget it, bitch. I'm coming for you. Hey. Hey, Lou, what the hell is this package that turned up at my house that I had to sign for? I mean, the compensation part I understand, but child support? Why in the heck would I have to pay you child support? You don't have any kids.
Yes, we do.
Huh?
She was born 2 weeks ago.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
You appear to have completely forgotten, but back when we had it out over message when you announced the affair, your girlfriend's pregnancy and the divorce, I also had something important to tell you. But after you insisted on going first and things got derailed by the bombshell you dropped on me, I never got the chance. I never got the chance to tell you I was pregnant.
Oh my god. What? Are you being serious right now? You're about to tell me you were pregnant, that's what you wanted to talk to me about? We haven't had sex ever since I moved to Seattle for work.
You stayed at the house with me for 3 days, once when you came back for that super important meeting at HQ here in New York, Jimmy. You came home drunk the first night after going out bar hopping with your coworkers.
Wait, what? We did it then?
Yes, we did it then. If you don't believe me, you're free to get a DNA test. I haven't done anything wrong and I have nothing to hide, so go ahead. If you can afford to pay what you owe me, I'll gladly divorce you.
Well, you will? What, really? Ha ha, woohoo!
The only reason I dragged the divorce out so long was to iron everything out with my lawyer. This way I can make sure you'll pay our baby every last cent of the child support and fulfill your responsibilities as a father, as much as possible given the circumstances, that is. Obviously, you're too much of a low-life scumbag to actually be a dad to our girl, but that doesn't mean I won't make damn sure I get my money. I knew that if I divorced you too soon, you'd probably pull a vanishing act and I'd never see you again.
Wow, you really don't trust me one bit, huh?
Why would I? You cheated on me, idiot. I'd have to be a serious moron to believe anything you say now.
Well, about that DNA test, would you mind applying for it? I need certainty.
Got it. Just to be sure neither of us try pulling any funny business, let's both provide our samples then and there. I hate to have to ask you this, but could you come back to the house one last time? I want you to get rid of the rest of your stuff as soon as possible.
God damn it. It's really my kid, huh?
Yes, of course it is. I'll take the compensation and child support in one lump sum, thanks.
God frickin' damn it. Are you for real? I have to raise my kid with Lisa too, you know.
I find it hard to believe you doubt my sincerity after all this time, so how about you stop trying to worm your way out of the mess you made and pay up? I'll submit the divorce papers once I have the whole amount on the bill. Of course, that includes the compensation your new girlfriend owes me.
God damn it.
Lou, I hear you got the compensation and child support? Oh, hey, Mom. Yeah, it's true. I just got done submitting the divorce papers earlier today, so looks like things are finally set to calm down. I'm glad to hear it, sweetie. Thanks for all your help, Mom. I couldn't have done it without you. So, this is where my life as a single mother begins, huh? Well, I'm ready. No matter what challenges life throws at me, no matter what struggles I have to overcome, I'm ready. There's nothing I won't do for my baby girl. Well, that's the spirit, Lou. But you don't have to do it all on your own, you know. Your dad and I will always be here whenever you need anything. Oh, don't worry, I'll definitely be taking you up on that one. That reminds me, will Jimmy finally be marrying this Lisa girl now? Well, I guess he will, won't he? Seems like he has no idea who she really is yet, so I don't see why he wouldn't. I take it you don't intend on telling him then? It's not like I had her thoroughly investigated. I just found out what I found out incidentally through the investigation on Jimmy. I don't know all the details, and besides, it's not my place to go sticking my nose in. I'm just gonna let that train wreck unfold on its own. You're right, dear. I think it's for the best you don't get involved. He has nothing to do with you anymore, and he isn't your problem.
Lou, will you marry me again?
Excuse me? Are you on drugs, or am I hallucinating?
It wasn't my kid.
Huh?
My kid with Lisa. It's not mine.
Wow. Did you have a DNA test done or something?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I've had my suspicions since the birth. I never told you this, but the baby came out half black. Lisa told me he was just tanned, and I believed her at first, but the more time went by, the less he came to resemble me, and eventually I couldn't handle it anymore. One day, it dawned on me he was the spitting image of my buddy Tyrone from high school.
Oh, Tyrone? The aspiring rapper from basketball club you always used to tell me about? Oh, now that you mention it, didn't he work at the same company branch as you guys in Seattle?
I don't know, it's his for certain, because he still didn't do a DNA test, but they just look similar. But one thing's for sure, the kid ain't mine. The moment I found out, I knew divorce was my only option. I mean, I have hard scientific proof to back up what I suspected all along now. That's why I want you to marry me again. You're the mother of my real kid, so let's raise her together. Let's give things another shot, baby.
Are you for real? That would be an awfully convenient solution for you, wouldn't it, Jimmy?
Lou, I'm serious.
How exactly is the guy who got disowned by his parents for cheating on his wife and lost his job in a corporate restructure going to provide for a family? With your food stamps? You're only coming at me with this crap now because your life just got turned upside down and you're desperately in need of a place to stay. I can read you like a book.
How the hell do you know about the restructure?
I got word from one of our mutual friends that you were going around everyone we knew asking for my address. She told me to be careful. And that's when she told me about the restructure. So how about you stop bullshitting me and do something more productive with your time? Lord knows you're in for a world of trouble if you don't arrange a place to stay soon.
But Lou, our baby girl needs her dad.
She's better off without a dad than having a low-life piece of trash like you in her life. If you dare show up at the house, I'll have the cops down here in a heartbeat. Do you hear me? Stay away. Never contact me again. I never want to hear from you for as long as I live.
Oh my God. No!
A few days later, Jimmy showed up in my inbox again, demanding visitation rights to Isabella. Unfortunately for him, I had all the chat logs from back when he thought he was going to spend the rest of his life with Lisa, which contained a certain message saying he never had any intention of meeting Isabella and wanted nothing to do with her. When I sent him the screenshot, he suddenly stopped responding. By the way, apparently Lisa went crazy and started stalking Tyrone when he refused to take responsibility for his son. Things on their end show no sign of calming down for a while yet. Luckily, the rest of Jimmy's family are actually decent human beings. His parents are both super sweet, and we always got along well. They had my back throughout the whole divorce process, and I am super grateful to them. Isabella loves going to stay with them on weekends, and they love spending time with their only granddaughter. Later on, apparently Jimmy found out about our arrangement through a friend. Not wanting to risk their wayward son showing up and creating drama, they decided to move house to a small town an hour away from my place. A few days after they left, we received reports from a neighbor that a dejected Jimmy showed up outside their now vacant house with all of his belongings, screaming, "I have nowhere to live, damn it!" so loud that he could be heard from 5 blocks away. Thanks for watching, folks. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to prove what a boss you are by liking and subscribing. Did Jimmy get his just desserts? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We can't wait to see you again next time. Peace!
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hi, Danielle! Guess who this is? Carla? Bingo! Long time no speak! How are you? Did you know we haven't spoken for like 3 years? How have you been? I've been just fine until now. I didn't think you'd ever have the nerve to message me again. What do you want? Jeez, Danielle, it's nice to talk to you too. No need to be so harsh to your baby sister. Oh yeah? I can only think of reasons why I should be harsh to you. You couldn't have possibly forgotten, have you? Hold on, let me think for a second. Oh, wait. Are you still mad that I stole your husband from you? You do know that it's been like 3 years since Matthew left you for me, right? Don't you think it's about time you've moved on? We paid you a very generous severance package too, remember? So why hold a grudge? I'm sorry, we? That was Matthew paying me the consolation money. You didn't pay a cent! I should have just sued you personally too. Oh, come on. Besides, what's his is mine and mine is his. It wouldn't have made a difference anyway. You got the cash you asked for in the end. So you should let it go already and just move forward. Oh, don't you worry, Carla, honey. I have moved on. A long, long time ago. I really don't give a damn about you two. Yeah, right, Danielle. You don't have to act so strong. No, I mean it. I don't care about you or Matthew. I'm acting dry right now because I'm simply not interested in having a conversation with you. Nothing good would come out of it anyway. So did you need me for something? If not, then I'm done talking to you. Bye. Hold your horse, sister. I do have something to tell you. In fact, I have many things. What is it? Well, first and foremost, Matthew and I have officially tied the knot. I see. After he left you 3 years ago, we took it nice and slow to deepen our bond. We traveled and experienced all kinds of things together. It was fantastic! We figured it was time to start our family, so we got married 3 months ago. And on top of getting married, we started a brand new life in the center of the city. Okay, sounds great. Hey, I'm not done. This is the best part. So, we moved in today to our new condo. And guess where we're living? I don't know, I don't care. But I'm sure you're going to tell me anyway. Oh my god, you're not going to believe it! We're living in the same building as you! However, the biggest difference is that we're living on the top floor, lol. Come again? You moved into the same condo? On the 30th floor? Yes! Isn't that amazing? I know you live on a floor without the view of the city, right? It's such a bummer you don't get the gorgeous view this building has. I think I'm literally at the peak of my life right now. You know, it was completely spontaneous of Matthew. One day he just told me that we were moving. I never imagined that we'd move to a top room of a skyscraper. Wait, are you sure we're talking about the same building? I've been in and out frequently today and I didn't see any moving truck. I can usually spot one when someone's moving. Oh, we were super quick. We've always been minimalist, so we didn't have much luggage. I recall both of you having loads of stuff, but okay. Wait though, how do you know I live here? I never told you my address when I moved in. Matthew said he found out randomly when he first came here with the agent. He said he saw you by the elevators and saw it stop on your floor. I see. But it doesn't matter how we found out. All that matters is that we're rich and happy and you're not, lol. I beg your pardon. What the hell is that supposed to mean? You know, I'm living on the top floor of one of the best residencies in the city. With the man I took from you. It can't get any better than that, don't you think? I've proven myself that I am so much better than you. You think you're better than me because you live on the upper floor? And because you stole my ex-husband? Of course! Don't you know there's a hierarchy among the residents? Don't you live on, what, the second floor? That is so low, lol. I, on the other hand, am on the 30th floor. There's a 28th floor difference! I chose to live on the second floor because I don't like heights, which I'm sure you're aware of. And the top floor is expensive for the views, yes. But I wouldn't call that a hierarchy. You shouldn't say such things because it makes you look low, actually. The residents here have class, so they don't think like that. Sure, whatever, loser. Lol. FYI, we live in 3001. If you want a piece of our new, astonishing life, feel free to swing by. Or maybe we'll see you around in the lobby. Holler if you see us. If you can, that is. Lol. Huh? 3001? That can't be. My friend lives there. Carla, are you listening? Hello?
Hey Eli, sorry to bother you. I hope you're off work by now, but if not, can you please reply at your earliest convenience? It's kinda urgent.
Oh, hi, Danielle. What's up? Is everything okay?
Well, I hope so. This is actually about your apartment.
My apartment? What do you mean?
I understand that you've been temporarily relocated, but you do intend to return, right?
Yeah, I do. 3001 is my apartment.
Like, you haven't sold the apartment or anything? Or perhaps rented it out?
No, I plan to live in the same apartment after my project is done here, so I'm keeping 3001. And I never rented it out because I wanted to stay in my own apartment when I'm back in town, which is not rare, but my relatives should be house sitting from time to time.
I see.
Why? Is everything okay?
Well, I don't know how else to tell you, so I guess I'll just tell you everything I know. My sister Carla is married to a man named Matthew, who happens to be my ex-husband. She messaged me today to tell me that she moved into one of the apartments of the top floor of our building, and she told me that her apartment is 3001.
What? There must be some mistake. That is not possible. Did she simply give you the wrong number?
I went to check it out myself, and there is certainly someone inside.
What the heck?
Okay, so clearly you don't know what's happening either.
Absolutely not. I never allowed anyone to move into my place while I'm away.
This relative of yours, may I ask who exactly?
He's my cousin from my mother's side. His name is Henry Smith.
Henry? Oh, wow.
Do you know him?
Yeah, I do. He's my sister's ex-boyfriend.
Huh?
This is all so crazy. But I think I know what's going on. I only found out after my divorce, but I've been told that my sister used to mistreat Henry back when they were in a relationship. He's soft, and also younger than my sister, so she used to take advantage of him. She would boss him around and make him do things that were clearly inappropriate. He was practically a slave to Carla.
Wow, I never knew he was treated so badly. So you're saying that she might be doing it again? Using him so that she can get access to my apartment?
I can't be sure with such little information, but that would be my guess.
Okay, well, you know what? I am worried about my apartment and also Henry. I'm gonna jump on the next plane to see what's going on there with my own eyes.
The next plane? Are you sure?
Yeah, it's not a long flight anyway. I know there's a late flight I could probably catch if I head to the airport now. I can't stay long, but I need to know what's happening. Something needs to be done immediately if a stranger is living in my apartment without my permission.
Is there anything I can do while you head over here? Should I call the police?
Let me talk to Henry first. I don't want to put him in a difficult position if he's being used. Please, stay put for now.
Okay, I understand. Can you stop by my place when you arrive?
Yes, I certainly will. I will be arriving quite late, though.
That's okay. Thomas knows about the situation as well. He told me to tell you that you're free to stay at our place if you want to hold any actions till tomorrow.
Ah, that might be super helpful, actually. Thanks so much.
Of course. I will see you when you get here then. Have a safe flight.
Okay, see you soon.
Danielle! You have to help me!
What now, Carla?
There's a stranger at my door right now! He's banging on the door, yelling that this apartment belongs to him and that I need to get out! I thought this building has good security! What is this freak doing in here?
Carla, that is no freak. You were so busy bullying me yesterday that you didn't see my last message. The owner of your apartment is my friend. He's banging on the door to retrieve what belongs to him.
Huh? He doesn't own this place! What the hell are you talking about?
To make it easier for you to understand, the owner is a relative of Henry's.
What?
His name is Eli, and he's cousins with Henry. He also happens to be really good friends with my boyfriend Thomas, who I live with on the second floor.
Wait, what? You live with your boyfriend?
Yes, I do. But is that really important right now?
No, it's not. But I never imagined you'd be in a relationship with someone again. But whatever. So you're telling me this place isn't Henry's? I saw him going in and out of this building! That's why I thought... Oh, never mind.
Go on, please. Were you going to say that's why I thought I could take advantage of him again?
Take advantage of him? No, why would I do that?
Why don't you just admit that you are not the official resident of that apartment, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do. You just admitted that you thought the apartment was Henry's and not yours. You made it sound like Matthew insisted on moving into this building, but that was just bad acting. The truth is that you found out Henry had some sort of access to an apartment here and you threatened him to hand over the keys. Just as you always mistreated him before, you gave him no choice. Well, it's too bad you didn't give him the chance to tell you that he doesn't live in the apartment. By the way, I've already spoken to Henry, so don't try to lie.
You can't fool me, Danielle. I saw him going in and out of this apartment multiple times, alone. He had the keys. How could he not live here? You're trying to trick me.
The only person tricking anyone is you. The real owner, Eli, is on a project that has him temporarily relocated to another city. And Eli asked Henry to house sit his apartment while he was away. That's why Henry's been staying at his apartment. You just assumed he lived there and was too stupid to confirm the whole story.
What? I don't believe this! So Henry tricked me?
I have a message from the real owner. You should pack everything right now and leave today if you don't want any trouble with the police.
Police? No, please don't. Danielle, can't you talk to your friend? If he's away for a while, then there should be no problem staying here until he comes back. We'll do a better job house sitting than Henry!
Carla, you are so lucky Eli has not called the police yet. I told him he could, but he's been generous not to, because you're my sister. But you need to understand that you're breaking a whole bunch of laws by occupying that apartment without proper permission. If the police come, you will be arrested for multiple charges. If you don't want that, then you need to leave now. Of course, if you're okay with becoming a criminal and having a rough life with heroin, that's your choice.
No, of course I don't want that! Danielle, come on! You don't want that for your own little sister!
I seriously don't mind.
Danielle!
Well then, leave!
But wait! We don't have anywhere to go! We can't possibly live in our old apartment anymore!
You think any of us care that you have high standards now? Eli's saying that if you don't tell him that you're leaving within the next 60 seconds, he's calling the police.
Huh? Wait!
30 seconds left.
Okay! I'll tell him we're leaving! Hey, sis! I know you're in there! Let me in!
Oh my god, Carla. Get a life! Why are you so obsessed about living in that apartment? You agreed to leave!
No, that's not why I want to come inside. I need you to let me live with you.
I beg your pardon?
I told you we have nowhere to live!
Go back to your old apartment.
We can't. Because we've been kicked out from that one too. In fact, we got kicked out right before we moved into your apartment. We were broke and we couldn't pay rent, so the owner kicked us out. I was wandering the streets, looking for a new place to live when I saw Henry enter your building. I didn't think we'd get kicked out again so quickly.
I see. So you really have nowhere to go.
And we don't have any money because we still have to pay our old landlord the rent we had delayed. Plus, the housing in this neighborhood is so expensive. We're desperate, Danielle. Please, you have to help your sister out.
Why on earth do you think I would let you stay with me?
Well, it's not so bad, don't you think? We can share Matthew if that's what you'd like.
What? Share him?
Yes! You were so in love with him before. I know you miss him. We can rotate bedrooms so that we both get to sleep with him.
Ew! You are disgusting! You should be ashamed of yourself, Carla.
Why not?
You know, you must have such a small brain. I just told you the other day that I live with my boyfriend, so I do not love Matthew anymore. Nor do I miss him at all. I moved on a long time ago. And even if I did miss him, I would never share a man with anyone. Especially not my sister, because I am so much better than that.
Right, you had a boyfriend. I must have forgotten because I couldn't believe you'd be in a relationship with someone again.
Well, I am, and I'm very happy. So anyway, you are not stepping a foot into my apartment. Neither of you are welcomed here.
Danielle, please!
And for your information, I know you've been wandering around the building for a while now. I wouldn't be surprised if someone had reported you to the police by now.
What?
In fact, I should call them myself. Would that help you leave for good?
We're leaving now! Please don't report us!
Well, then go away now! And never show yourself in front of us ever again! Bye! I was wondering why she was so afraid of being reported to the police, but then I soon found out that they had been in trouble with the authorities prior to this incident. They'd been reported by the owner and other residents of their old apartment for making noise and tampering with belongings of the facility multiple times. They'd been warned by the police that next time would mean handcuffs, and that's why they wanted to avoid any further encounter. However, since both of them had been disowned by both sides of the family after my divorce from Matthew, they really had nowhere to go. And because of that, it led to them having a huge fight in the streets that the police ended up having to intervene. A religious family member on Matthew's side of the family bailed them out a few days later. Last I heard, the person who bailed them out took the two to a farm on the countryside in hopes that they would straighten themselves by working hard. I don't know if they were able to survive farm life or pay off their debt, but frankly, I don't care. I'm just glad that they're out of my life now.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.